So it's the elusive element of marketing, and I've got a hunch that you're overthinking your marketing. So let's talk about how to stop overthinking and how to really dive in to something that's going to work for you with great repetition, predictability, and meaning. Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose. It's always our delight to be able to bring you the Business on Purpose podcast, of course, on our YouTube channel. And then make sure you go over to mybusinessonpurpose.com/roadmap, where our coaches walk you step by step through the custom roadmap that we walk our clients through so that you can be liberated from chaos of working in your business. Hey, do you remember that Billy Joel song, We Didn't Start the Fire? It's this maniacal mantra sequencing decades of rage into this lyrical pounding, intentionally crafted as a relentless onomatopoeia of sorts. Remember that word? The song feels like it sounds, allowing us as listeners to likewise feel the chaos that Billy Joel is trying to go after. The song could be the soundtrack for so many chaotic business owners who are on this remorseless campaign to find the next great marketing hammer that's going to crack open a whole new world, gushing with leads and sales, because in their mind, sales solves everything, right? The myth of that last statement will have to be fleshed out on another date and for another time. But for now, we need to confront the restlessness and confusion of marketing. It is good to turn down the volume or maybe turn it off completely for a moment and sit in the silence of what is rather than the snake-oiled and empty promises of what could be, although we'll come back to that. We've said often that marketers are a bit like gypsies or business coaches. I know it's a bit self-deprecating, seeing that business coaching is our profession, but the barrier to entry in each of those three professions is pretty low and pretty broad if you think about it. So the good news for marketers is that the human brain is wired to respond to hope and promise, sometimes neglecting reality and objectivity. Marketing is always susceptible to the what I'll call Clark Stanley-anization of theatrics and promise. Clark Stanley, aka the Rattlesnake King, was known as the true snake oil sales pioneer. Now, according to Wikipedia, and I recommend you look this up, in the late 1800s, Clark Stanley began hawking his snake oil liniment at a variety of expos and shows all throughout the United States, and there were plenty of people who would buy in. The nothingness of the snake oil liniment was eventually exposed in the early 1900s, and then eventually led to a series of food and drug laws in the United States that would be the precursor to the modern U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Stanley sold on what could happen, forcing people to neglect the balance of what has happened. And so the objectivity of the past oftentimes got pushed aside for the raw hope of the future. But in reality, we need both. See, both perspectives are helpful. For without seen historical learning, we will miss the obvious. And without the unseen hope, life will lack wonder and invention and creativity. Are all marketers like Clark Stanley? Of course not. Just some. So how can you find a marketing strategy or a marketing leader, or a marketing team who will generate leads that convert to sales in a meaningful way? Or how can you find that strategy for yourself? Well, let's start by looking in the foggy rear view for just a second. One question that our coaches ask every single one of our clients when the client brings up the topic, usually out of frustration, around this idea of marketing. Here's the question. Where have 80% of your business originated from in the past? So where has 80% of your business originated from in the past? See, we are continually stunned by the number of business owners who are ready to burn the boats and bomb the bridges and cut off the parachutes of what has brought predictable clients and customers in the past. But let's go back to that sobering question. Where has 80% of your business come from in the past? Start your new marketing strategy there. But wait, most of our clients, you say, come from word of mouth. Ah, yes, that statement has become a bit of an arrogant moniker of recent, as if to declare we're so good we don't have to market. No, that misses the point. Marketing is tucked into every hidden crevice of your business. The cleanliness of your bathroom, the quality of your material markets, the clarity of your communication. Every process, every system, every deliverable, every payable, every receivable communicates something to your existing and potential client and customers. Every element of your business markets your business to some degree. So when you allow your business to be lulled to sleep by the apathy of word-of-mouth marketing, you are building your real estate on someone else's property. And you're robbing your business of the challenging creativity to innovate on what has already worked. Let me give you an example. We work with a sizable number of home builders and remodelers in the construction space. It's not all we work with, but a fair amount that we work with. Every time we present at a builder event, we're pulled aside, and one of the questions we're asked is about marketing because of this assumption. If I can just figure out where the marketing faucet is, then we can just open it up and we can have a constant stream of business. More leads and sales added to a poorly systematized business will do nothing but hasten the end. Did you get that? More leads and sales, that faucet being turned on, added to a poorly systematized business will do nothing but hasten the end. The system must be built to handle the load. If your dominant marketing strategy is word of mouth, then how do you build a system? How do you build a process to capitalize on the mouths that are currently spreading your words? There's a way to do it. Throwing your hands up and hoping for the best, or maybe crossing your fingers, is not a winning strategy. So for home builders and remodelers, one of the best lead sources for new work are the professionals that live upstream. So who are those professionals that receive early indication that new projects are coming down the pipeline in construction? Developers, engineers, architects, real estate professionals. So the same question for your industry. Who are those professionals? Who are those indicators that live upstream, that are the ones that get new indication of new work? Every time we have built a simple process for home builders and remodelers to proactively, repetitively, systematically make time for these professionals upstream, magically, new leads come in. But doesn't that require face-to-face, in-person, or virtual interaction? Yes. A side note, generally, not always, if you wish for a digitally scalable marketing option that limits or eliminates face-to-face interaction, then the entire culture of your business will be changing also. Not to mention, digital marketing and advertising will usually require exponentially more money and resource expertise than you think and are typically prepared for. So stop right now for a moment. Just pause. Let me ask you the question. Where has 80% of your business come from in the past? Or some majority? It may not be 80, it may be 50. But where has the majority of your business come from in the past? Stop overthinking all of the unproven ways to generate new leads and begin building a repetitive, predictable, and meaningful process that will add value to the lead channels that have already proven themselves in your business. Down the road, you can create a marketing slush fund for some skunk work type activities when you have proven your predictable marketing model. But for now, turn down the volume of marketing options. Just calmly walk. Just walk past Clark Stanley's snake oil display. Have confidence in the objectivity in what you already know, and take courage in building on that objectivity with the unseen hope of what could be.